Welcome back. These videos are a part of supplemental instruction and are meant for a quick review. Today we're going to be going over how to read the z-score tables. Now there is a negative z-score table as well, but we're going to be looking at the positive one because we use that one more often. So things to note about the positive or just the z-score table. First, what it gives us, what we have to know, and there's a certain, like an important note about it. It's not necessarily a requirement, it's just an important note. So first, this table uses z-values, which go down and across. So both of those go to z-scores, and it tells us area. Okay, the important note about this table is that it always gives the area to the left of the value. So quick refresher, let's say we have a bell curve here, and we have a z-score here, and it's just some number. When we find this number on the table, the answer it's going to give us is going to be the area here in green. It's always going to be to the left. So let's go ahead and try this and figure out how we find, how we locate our z-score on the table. So we're going to do this first question here up at the top. Find the area to the left of z equals 2.14. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to look at our z-values and we're going to go down. Now going down is going to give us the first two digits. So we're going to be looking for 2.1 when we go down. So if we're going down, we find 2.1 right here. Just going to go all the way across. Okay, now what we have to do is we have to go to the right and we find our last digit over here, which is 4. This is what it means when it gives us these values of 0.04, 0.05. It's just marking off, the zeros are placeholders for which digit it is we're talking about. So this is going to be the second decimal place or your third digit. So we're going to go to 0.04 and we're going to go down. So the number we land at is right here, this guy, which is 0.9838. Okay, that is kind of a sad looking 8. Let's fix it. Okay, 0.9838. So what is this number in terms of our bell curve? Where does it go? So hopefully you said it goes either on the inside or this number is area. Because remember, the numbers in the body of the table, grab a highlighter, these numbers all in here are area. And then the side row and column are your z-values. So also, quick note, recall from chapter 4 that area is the same as probability. So if you were asked this question, let's just say you're going through chapter 4 right now, the question could be, find the probability of whatever when z is this number. So in this case, you would do the exact same thing, just in context. You would say that this is an area. You would say that this is a probability instead of an area because it's the same thing. So that just depends on context of the problem. So now let's try another one. Let's do this second one I have here. Find the area to the right of z equals 1.6. Okay, let's think about this here for a minute. Think about what the table requires and what it gives us. And think of one issue we might run into here. Okay, so hopefully you noted that the table is only going to give us the area to the left. If we have this z-value right here, and this is 1.76, and we're trying to find the area to the right of it, how do you think, what's one thing we've learned that would help us solve this problem? Hopefully you said it's the fact that the area under the curve always has to equal 1. So we can use that. So let's start by finding, so the table's going to give us the area to the left. So let's go ahead and find that area. So we're going to go down on the table until we get to 1.7. And our last number is 6. So we're going to go over to 0.06 and go down. So the number we land on then is this guy, which is, looks like 0.9608. Okay. Hopefully that's the right number. If it's not the right number, just know that it's that spot. Okay, so this is the area to the left here. Let me grab a different color so we don't get those two confused. We'll call this one blue. Oops. So we're looking for the blue area over here. What we have, based on what the table gives us, right? Because now they're both in the same color. 0.9608 is this space. So what final step do we have to do to find the blue? So we're going to take into account that the area has to equal 1. So what we can do is we can take 1, which is the whole area. Let me grab a brighter color. 1, and we can subtract this area that we don't want. So we can do 1 minus 0.9608, and that's going to give us this blue area. So let's do that really quick. So this number is 0.0392. Okay, so that's how you use the z-score table. Now, in another video, we're going to go over how to find a z-score when you're given an area, and that'll be used for a bunch of different stuff, especially in chapters 7 and 8. But there is just the intro to the z-score table.